What's going on, everybody? Matt Steinman here. In this video, I am going to show you how to rebuild this page you see on the screen here inside DropFunnels. So I did a video a couple weeks ago where I was giving this template away for free. So it's time now to actually build it and give it away, and hopefully the people who have responded are still in need of it. It's very basic, pretty simple page to build, but I'm going to build it out in a new software. It's called DropFunnels. I've been using it for probably 2 months now. It was just released to the public last Thursday, and close to 300 members already are inside using it. So let's jump into it. You'll get an idea of the builder. I'm just going to minimize my screen here a little bit so I can kind of remember what I did here. So I'm building this thing entirely from scratch. So hopefully this doesn't take too long, but for the people who do want it, you first need a DropFunnels account. There's a free 14-day trial, so if you want to try it out, you can. And then you'll get a share template that I'm going to build right now. So let's jump in. Here is DropFunnels. I'm going to head on over to the funnels page. So I am going to create a new funnel here. Let's name this TikTok video funnel. So this is the landing page that I occasionally use to drive people from my TikTok videos over to a landing page where I have several different offers. So I'm going to create a new funnel page. So let's just say sales affiliate page. You can name this whatever you want here, but this also is the ending of the URL. So once I hit submit here, you'll see what I mean. So here it is. Here's the full URL. So TikTok video funnel, which is what we created, the name of the funnel, and then sales affiliate page is the actual funnel page. So there's different options over here. There's view, edit, clone, delete, settings. So inside the settings, we can change the name if we want to. We can change the slug, which again, the slug is just the last piece of the URL. You can insert tracking codes, if you have a Facebook pixel, if you're using some software for heat map tracking to see where your visitors are going on your site, you can do that. There's also SEO settings for each page in the funnel, which is really never been done before. So inside each page of the funnel, you can actually rank your sales funnels. Split testing is not available quite yet. Again, this just launched last week, so a lot of cool features coming on down the pipeline. So let's go in here and edit it. And this is going to be the DropFunnels builder that we're going to use here. So we're starting from complete scratch here. So I'm going to be jumping back and forth here just to kind of show you how to build this out. So I'm going to start up here with this top image. So I'm going to come over here and grab the photo. Let's see here. I'm going to select a photo here. I don't know if this, okay. Got this one here. It might be a little big. If you look over here on the right, it's 523 by 602 pixels. It might be a little big, but we can shrink it down inside the builder as well. So let's just make it a thumbnail. So I'm not 100%, with all these different features here. So let's just run through some of these, see if I can find a way to actually make it a circle. So here we go. Photo style, circle background. Let's see what that does. All right, let's just make the background color white for now. That looks good. Opacity, image. Okay, let's see what's under the advanced. Okay, that should be good. I might want to shrink it down a little bit. You can grab this little, nope. Okay, so like I said, I'm not 100, I don't know 100% of these features yet, but again, it's pretty easy to build these things out. So I'm going to leave that there for now and then jump back over here. So what I basically have here is a row. This is all one row with 2 separate columns. I'm actually just going to build out, actually, you know what? I'll build out both of these columns, and then you guys can actually go ahead and put in your different offers on the left and the right, or you can just have one offer. It doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do here is come up to the rows in the top left. I'm going to come down here and drag out 2 columns. So I'm going to drag it below everything here because I kind of want to keep it separate from everything else. So there's my row, and you can see here there's a little bit of a border. So if you want a border around this 2-column row, let's go into the row settings And let's see if we can find the border. There's the border. Okay, so let's do a solid border. You can make it whatever color you want. I'm gonna make it a little transparent gray, just a very light gray. So this is the width. So let's do 1 here. So if you hit this link values, it's gonna say 1 across the entire board. So that looks good there. So let's come down here and click save. I'm just gonna leave this for now. I might come back and edit. Let's see what the actual width of the row is. So right now it's a fixed width. You can make it a full width, which would obviously span the entire width of the screen here. So I'm just gonna do fixed for now. Let's maybe shrink it down a little bit. So let's do 920. All right, so jump back over to this landing page here. So we have a header here, an image, some text, and a button. So let's see here. We're gonna first add the header. So I'm gonna come up here to the modules on the top left again. This will give you all of your different modules that you can choose from. So I'm gonna come in here and grab the heading and keep it inside this column here. So you can name this whatever you want, but since I'm just kind of copying this page here, I'm gonna copy that, paste it here. Let's jump into the style over here on the left. I'm gonna change the font here. I like to use Open Sans. You can change it, once you have this template, you can change it to whatever you want. I'm gonna keep everything here on 1 line and then center it here. I don't really like that color, so let's do a color preset. So these are actual presets that I've already set up inside DropFunnels. And then maybe let's make it a little, okay, semi-bold might be a little too much. What's normal? Okay, that looks good. All right, so come back over here and we're actually gonna use this image. So I'm not sure if that's uploaded. We're gonna go back to the modules here. We're gonna click on this photo. Again, keep it in the column there. Let's come over here and select a photo. I do believe I have it. It's right here. So I'm gonna rename this image here. We're gonna call it Legendary Bundle. You guys also want to add in some alt text here. So this basically is the purpose. What is the purpose of the image? So it's the Legendary Marketer, let's say Online Business Challenge Offer. Okay. Click select photo. And there it is. Looks good, I think. Yeah, looks pretty good there. I might want to shrink down this spacing inside here, so we can do that by going into the Advanced tab and then clicking on the margins here. So I just typed in 0, and you can see it kind of moved up there. And then it has, let's add this text here. I'm just gonna copy this, come over to the modules. We're gonna add a text editor here. And then inside, you notice sometimes when you add a text editor, it's kind of hidden. You kind of have to scroll over it here and then click on it, single click on it, and then do that. So I'm going to do a select all. I want to center align. Let's see, under the font here, let's center align that, and then I'm going to change the font to Open Sans as well. Maybe increase the size just a little bit here. Again, I try and, size 18 right here. I try to stay away from widows there. So a widow is just a single word on a line. So I'm going to dial that back just a little bit to make it look a little cleaner. That looks good. I might want to squeeze it up a little closer to the image above. So let's just say 10 for the margins up there at the top. Let's see here. So I had this bold. Let's see if we can bold this here. Single click, and then you can see you get the, once you highlight the text here, you can get the bold option. Doesn't look like it's bolding, does it? So let's highlight that again. Go into Style and go Normal. Let's just go with the normal text. Let me see if that'll bold. Doesn't look like it's bolding. Okay, we'll keep it at that. No big deal there. Okay, so now we have a button here. So let's add the button. We're going to come up to the modules on the top left. And there is a button here. Another feature here, if you can't find exactly what you're looking for, you can just click on this search up here at the top and say button. So there's a bunch of different buttons, but we're just going to use a basic button here. Drag it out, hold down the mouse, and put it where you want here. All right, so now we have to modify this button. The first thing I want to do is move it up a little bit because it seems to be pretty far down from the text above. So let's say 5 here. Let's move it down to 0. Okay, so let's try and make it similar to this button here. So sign up for the challenge is the actual text. So single click on it here, click on the button settings, come over to general, and here is the text that is going to be inside the button. So I already forgot, sign up for the challenge. Okay, sign up for the challenge. And you can actually select an icon if you wanted to. So let's just add one here if we wanted to add a arrow to the button there. Let's just try this button here. So you can put the icon position before the text, always visible. We'll set up the link here in a second. Not sure why the button isn't showing up here, but maybe if we expand, let's see here, button. So let's do a full width button here. Okay, there's the button. So it obviously the button wasn't big enough for the icon to show up there. So I'm gonna make this a little bit taller. So what is 15? Ooh, we don't want that. Let's do 15 there at the top. Padding. So this is padding on the button. So above the text is 15 pixels and below the text is 15 pixels. You can make it however big you want. So I'm going to use this same green button. So I have a color picker Chrome extension. It's called Color Picker Eyedropper. If I click on that, you can go ahead and download that in the Google Chrome extension store. So you can see I can hover over any piece of any element on the page here. So I'm just going to single click that, and it's going to give me the color. So I'm just going to copy that, come over to DropFunnels here, and let's change the background color. So I'm just going to simply paste that color there and click save. So there is the button. There's a lot of other advanced features to the button. So there's different background styles. There's background animation. Under the advanced tab over here, we can actually animate the button. So there's all these different animations. So let's try this wobble. I think that's okay. So duration might be a little too much. Let's see what this jello is. I mean, you can add these if you want. That one's not bad, a little subtle. So you can change the seconds, the duration, stuff like that. So I'm gonna hit save here. So again, I'm not gonna get it exactly like this, but this is a template that you guys can use to actually build out yourself. So again, you're gonna need a DropFunnels account. There's actually a free 14-day trial. And there's actually a 50% discount through the month of February. So if you're watching this in February, you can get 50% off the top tier plan for life. So excellent deal there. Okay, so let's continue building this out. There's some text below the button. So I'm going to come up to the modules here, grab the text editor, hold down my mouse, grab it, and set it down there right below the button. So again, you kind of have to hover over that little text area there. So I'm going to put down 19 spots available. I'm just going to copy and paste that over here. Okay, so let's see, this was on a new line. This was centered. gonna bold this. I'm not sure that I can highlight just that text unless I actually created a separate text for that. So let's do that. Let's cut that out of there. Again, I'm gonna change the font to Open Sans, make it normal, and then save this in the bottom left here. So let's see if we can add that highlight text. So let's drag another text editor over here. Let's see, color. Okay, I guess we have to paste that there. I'm gonna highlight it and bold it, center it. The padding is way too much here, so I'm gonna come up to the Advanced tab, change the margins to 0 on the top and the bottom. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one, just to the top though, so I can squeeze it in there a little bit. That looks a lot better. So let's hit save. Let's see if we can highlight this. I've not done this yet. So font family, weight, okay, spacing transform, done, decoration. There's no highlight there, so let's see if there's variant. Nope. Text shadow, doesn't look like it. So there might be a different option. Actually, you know what? Let's try this. So under the General tab here, see if we can highlight this. Nope, that's just the text. There's actually, so if you hit Control Z, I'm on a Mac, Control Z or Alt Z on a Windows, I believe it is, will undo the last task, or whatever the last thing you did in DropFunnels. So I believe, let's see here, what's this one? Contents will not be pasted as plain text. Nope, that's just a paste feature. I don't want that. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that as is for now. Let me see. Just let me take one quick look. There might be, so there is a fancy text thing, element that you can use. Again, you might just want to play around with it a little bit, see what you can fit in there. Okay, so I might clean up that spacing a little bit, but you know what? Let's just make this button a little bit taller. So let's go 20 and 20, and let's increase this font a little bit. So under the style here, under the typography, let's see what this looks like. Sign up for the challenge, that's a little better. So let's hit save down there. All right, pretty close. Let me just make this, you know what, I can't. If I make that bigger, it's gonna wrap. The text is gonna wrap, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. So that's the left column. So the core actually is going away. It's now DropFunnels. So let's add the DropFunnels content over here. How about that? So a couple different things we could do here. We can just copy, we can duplicate all these elements and just drag them over. So for example, if I wanted to duplicate this header, I would just click this duplicate button, hold down my mouse, click on over the move icon there, and just move it on over. So let's say this is the home of DropFunnels. Again, you can name it whatever you want. I'm just doing this for a template for you guys to use. It'll be built for you, ready to go. So I'm gonna add, let's see here. So I'm gonna add an image. So I'm gonna add the DropFunnels. You can add the DropFunnels logo, or if you wanna add an actual photo of DropFunnels, we can do that. So again, I'm not sure if I have an actual, okay, I have the logo. Let's try the logo. Looks perfect. All right. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab text that we're gonna put over there. So I'm just gonna come over here and duplicate this section there. Scroll over the move icon, hold down my mouse and grab it and drop it where I want. So let's just grab some lorem ipsum text just to throw in some dummy content there. So let's just generate a single paragraph. So I don't want that much content, so I'm just going to copy a little bit of this here. You can type in whatever you want there. It might still be a little much. So again, this spacing here I might clean up just a little bit. So I'm going to go into advanced, just put the padding or the margin on the top of that text to 0. You know what, let's just grab some text from the DropFunnels website. Let's see here. Let's just grab this text here for now. Again, you guys can go in and change it to whatever you want. I'm just gonna copy and paste it into here. That looks good actually. Let's bold that. Get bolded, but apparently it's the font isn't letting me bold it. So again, there's a widow here. I'm not a big fan of widows, so I'm gonna come over here to the font on the left hand side and let's see what looks good here. That looks good. So 15, I'm gonna come over here and change this to 15 as well, just so it matches. Let's see, 15. Oh, now we have a widow over here. So let me see if I can. 15-day online business challenge is a step-by-step on how to start a 6-figure business that earns high-ticket commissions with no prior knowledge. I'm just gonna leave it at knowledge, just so it doesn't have the widow there. Okay, so again, we have a button over here. It's the same as that one. So I'm just gonna duplicate this button and then drag it on over here. Okay, so let's mirror what the DropFunnels website says. So free 14-day trial, or start your 14-day free trial. Let's try that. Start your 14-day free trial. You can change the color. You can change the hover over color. So for example, you can see I'm on the styling here. Come down to the background. There's a background color, which is the green color, and we can also set it to a background hover color. So if I go to the DropFunnels site, it looks like they have a blue on the hover over, and I'm assuming it's just this blue here. So if I do that color picker again, if I come into this blue here, let's just pick that. All right, we're gonna copy the code here. This is the hex code, so we're gonna copy that and come over here to the background hover color and paste it. So that's the hover color. So let's save that. So if I actually preview it here, if I scroll over, you can see the hover over color. So let's do the same thing to this button over here. Come down to the background hover color, paste that in there and hit save. Okay. You might have to actually preview it to actually see the hover over color, but it's set there. So that is looking pretty good. Again, I might change this border out here on the row. So let's go to the row settings again. You can change the background. So if I wanted to change the background color, say I wanted maybe a light gray or something, I can come here and just do a very, very light gray color. Let's see if we can actually put in a kind of a splitter or a vertical line in between those columns there. I'm not sure if we can, but let's see, border. That's that one. Let's see if I go to effects, top row separator, bottom row separator, particle. Let's see what's so if you click on these three little dots here, there's an advanced. So this is again the margins, the padding, there's animations, there's just a ton of different stuff you can go in here and play with. So for now I'm just gonna leave it like this. You guys again can mess with it. Maybe I might want to stretch out the actual width a little bit. It seems like those. Okay. Border, top shape. Let's see here. Border. What's the border? Background, colors, height. So default. Now let's look at the effects again. Top row separator. Okay, there might be a way to actually, you know, put something here in the middle, but for right now, let's see what happens here. Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna undo that. Control Z. That's not working. So let's go to 50% here, about 50-50. Close enough there. So let's hit save. One thing you also want to do here is make sure to check the responsive mode. So if someone views this on a mobile phone, so I'm going to come up here to the top left where there's this little drop down here, and I'm going to go to responsive editing, and there's a short key. You can just hit R. So I'm just on this page here. If I off click everything and I hit R, it's going to go into the tablet mode, and then it's going to go into the mobile phone. So as you can see here, it's pretty well optimized already. We might want to squeeze these together. So whatever you change on the mobile version is specifically for the mobile version. It's not going to change on the tablet, and it's not going to change on the desktop. So everything you see on this page, you're changing, padding and stuff is going to be just reflective of the mobile version. So if I click on this and go to advanced, let's go to the 0 in the bottom there. Okay, so it made a little bit of a difference there. Let's go maybe 35 on the top to kind of separate these two pieces a little bit. I might even try and bold that. Let's go to style and font, spacing. Let's see here. What did I do? General, style. There should be a bold option there. It might be because it's an H2 tag. Okay, so let's just leave that for now. I'm not gonna mess around with that for now. Okay, so you can see there, this is the mobile version. So I'm gonna hit R again, and it's gonna go back to the desktop version. So as you can see, pretty simple, straightforward to use, drag and drop editor. So let's just continue on. So I'm just going to create one of these sections, and then you guys can actually test out and actually duplicate it yourself. So there's some more resources that I provide people. So let's add a new row here. So grab that, go up to the rows here and add a new column. We're going to hold our mouse and drag it all the way down below the row, the 2-column row. And then this just has paid resources with that background color. So again, we're going to grab this color picker. We're going to select that color, copy and paste. We're going to actually paste over here on the row. So let's go into the background, the color, change the color to the one we just copied. So there it is. We can also change the height. So as you can see here up at the top under styles is height. So let's go minimum height. Let's just put in 150 for now. And then I believe we're gonna have to change the padding. So right now the padding is at 20. Let's make it 0 for now on the top and the bottom so you can see that change down below. So we're gonna add the, what are we gonna add? We're gonna do the paid resources header, okay? So let's grab the heading module, scroll down here, drop it in the row, and then we're just gonna put paid resources. We're gonna select all and highlight. Let's change the color. Let's make it white. And let's center it. And let's make it a little bold. Let's see what medium does. Not much. Semi-bold. That looks good there. So let's see what the padding is on here. Let's change this to 0, the top and the bottom to 0. And then we're gonna need a section below here. We're gonna add another row to the bottom of that with 1 column here. So we want it below that red header. And let's see if we can shrink down the vertical space in this header here. So let's go to the row settings. Minimum height. Let's see what default does. Yeah, let's do default. I like that. So let's go back and add some extra padding there. So let's go 20 and 20. That looks good. Save. Then we're going to add a image here. So again, whatever image or whatever resources you are promoting, you can add here. So let's go to the modules in DropFunnels, add a photo. So add this to the row here. And then let's click on it. And we want to add a photo. So let's select a photo here. Let's just add this photo for now. You guys can obviously change it out to whatever you need. And the cool thing with this is, so I'm gonna leave that photo here. I'm gonna save. And then if I wanted to add another column here with another image or another paid resource, we're gonna go here and grab the photo. We're gonna come over here all the way to the right. You see how it's highlighting that column right next to this row. I'm going to drop it there, and it's automatically going to create an equal width column. So if I wanted to add another picture here, I can. Let's do the insider's guide here. Let's just try this and see what happens. So there it is. You can come over here and change the photo size. So I uploaded this as a it's no bigger than 70 by 111. So let's edit this and actually choose this one. So that one might be a little bigger. Perfect. Okay, so we can shrink that down if we wanted to. So there's a medium size and a thumbnail. And then you can also choose the size here. Let's say 150. So that looks pretty good there. So again, if you wanted to add a third column here, you would just do the same exact thing. You would just grab a photo or grab whatever you want on the far right hand side, hold down your mouse and drop it down there in the bottom right where you can kind of see the blue vertical bar there, the rectangle. So for now, I'm not going to drag that out. Looks pretty good. So again, you can copy and paste these. You can duplicate these, I should say, basically by hitting the duplicate here and hitting the duplicate here. So these are two separate rows, and you can duplicate the rows to create these other columns. So you can do that depending on how many columns you have. Again, you can delete these if you don't need them, whatever you need. So and then down below are the TikTok videos. I didn't want to click on that. So I'm actually thinking about removing these. There's really no purpose in them being there. It's just more of an annoyance for people to actually click on and leave the page. And in all actuality, I don't want them leaving the page. I want them to either be clicking on the challenge or the DropFunnels free trial, right? So that's basically it. And you also want to add your footer here. So let's come up here and hit the done and publish. And then let's go back into, so here it is, here's the page. Very simple. So let's go back into my funnel. Here is the funnel, the TikTok video funnel. And then we're gonna change the header and the footer. So actually we're just gonna do a footer because I don't want a heading on there. So this is I'm under the settings inside so let's start over here. So if I click the plus under the TikTok video tutorial, there is it's kind of a sub menu under here. So under the settings, you can see there's a header and a footer. So I want to turn the footer on. Now, this might be a different video, but you can create separate footers inside DropFunnels. So the one I already created is labeled here. It's labeled footer, believe it or not, and I'm just going to hit update. And then let's go back to the funnel flow and actually view the page. So if I come over here and click view, let's make sure everything looks good. Okay, a couple things here. I'm gonna add some spacing between these two elements here, and I also want this paid resources bar to span the entire width of the page. And then you can see, for some reason, my footer is cached on my website, on my computer. It looks different in an incognito window, but I'll show you that in a second. But let's go back and change these two things here. So I'm going to come back to the funnel flow and click on editor, which is going to launch the DropFunnels editor. So let's come down here, and we want to make this row the entire width. So right now it's a fixed width, as you can see under the style. So we're going to click full width. So now it's going to span the entire width, but we want the content to still be fixed. So it's confined within the width that we determine here. So we can change that if we want. So if you can see, if I shrink that down, the content, which is the paid resources header, is actually being shrunk. So let's just keep that. We're just going to put in 1100 for now. So this is going to span the entire width. I'm going to make this full screen now, since we don't really need the other page for reference. So you can see now it spans the entire width. Now I want to create a little bit of spacing between that and the row above. So we're going to click on the three little dots again, go to advanced, and then we're going to click on the margins here. Let's create a 50. Let's try, see what 80 looks like. I like that a little better. You can kind of see it splits everything up. Okay, so there's the footer that you should be seeing. But for some reason, when I publish it, and it's cached or something, so not going to worry about that. That's not that big of a deal. It works on incognito and when other people view the site, so not going to worry about that. So another shortcut here, I'm going to come down here and save this again. Another shortcut on a Mac to publish is Command P. So that'll actually publish your site. And then if you want to preview it, you can hit P. So you can see up here in the top left, you have the different modes for a phone, a tablet, and a desktop. And then if you want to go back to the DropFunnels editor, you can just click on continue editing, and it'll launch you back into the editor. So here is the page. Okay, one thing I did not show you how to do is link the buttons. And then you probably want to link these images as well to your landing page, or if it's straight to your affiliate offer. Let's do that real quick. So continue editing. Should have showed you this before, but okay, so we're going to click on the button here. I'm going to go through this pretty quick. Let's see, where's the link? Okay, so under general, there is link. So here is where you add the link. You just paste your link inside there, whether it's your affiliate link or if it's going to another page in a funnel. Whatever it is, that's where you're going to add your link. You're going to do the same thing over here. Just single click, come over here to the click action and click link, and then paste your link in there and save. And then down below for these images, we're going to scroll over there, click on the photo settings, come down on the general tab to link and say URL. And again, just copy and paste your URL in there. If it's an affiliate link or whatever it is, to a sales page, a landing page, whatever it is, just paste that in there and click save. Same thing with this, and then everything else is good to go. So what you guys want to do is customize this for either the 15-day business challenge, DropFunnels, whatever offer that you're presenting to your audience. Obviously change your picture out at the top. You don't necessarily need that, but I use that picture across all of like social media, some of my landing pages. It's more of a branding thing. So you can put a top bar up there. You can put your logo up there, whatever you want. Just make it simple easy so people don't get too distracted. That's why there's no navigation up there at the top. So again, I'm going to hit Command P to publish. I'm going to hit P to preview. And then there it is. Everything looks good. Good to go. So that is pretty much it, guys. That is the funnel. I'm actually going to create another page to kind of show you guys exactly what you need to do. You first need a DropFunnels account. A lot of you already do that follow me. And then once you have a DropFunnels account, you'll get the share URL for this. You're going to be able to import it directly into your DropFunnels account. So it's very simple. So I'm not going to show you the share code because some people might actually just go in there and copy it. So for example, this one here, if I go into the settings, and then, you know what? Nope, it's in this settings here. So here is the share code that I would basically share with you. You would click on it and it's going to launch and import the funnel right into your DropFunnels account in probably under 10 seconds. So you guys will have a free template. You can use it however you want. Again, if you have any questions with DropFunnels, or if you're on the fence of switching from ClickFunnels to DropFunnels, or if you've been on WordPress, you want to try something new, I believe DropFunnels is going to be the future. There's unlimited funnels, sales funnels that you can use. The other cool thing is, which I'll save this for another video as well, SEO optimized blogs, unlimited pages. There's just a ton of different things. I'm going to be coming out with templates. There's already a membership site that's coming out on the 13th of February. So again, this just launched last Thursday, so it's just starting to hit the internet, and it's going to be mainstream here in a couple months. So again, if you guys are interested in the template that I just built, or you can build it yourself, comment down below and I'll reach out to you. And if you have a DropFunnels account, cool, I'll share it. If not, I'd really love if you use my DropFunnels affiliate link where I get a commission, and obviously help me out in creating these videos and these templates for you, because this is just the beginning and there's going to be more to come. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.